Alright, so it sure is Virgo season, and this video is going to be a little bit of a critique. Might actually start a playlist for this, might actually start something with this, so no promises, but I guess if I'm going to start something, this is not much of a criticizing as much as pointing out your flaws and this and that. This is more of a help you to help others. See, this video is not just to help the person that I am going over, it's also for those who are in the similar and same boat. Now today we're going to be talking about Third Eye Mystic. Now I found this channel not too long ago. I do like it. Now you know that I'm not a fan of the New Age channels. What I like is shit that is separate. I like people that are doing their own things. As I've mentioned, the Hoodoo Delish channel, she delves specifically in the Hoodoo tradition. Frederick Xavier over at Mind and Magic, specifically ceremonial. Although he does go over a lot of self-development, and he's got his own thing going for him. That's the thing. Okay, so for Third Eye Mystic, I don't want you to fall into the New Age pit trap. Now, I don't see you doing this. You have a lot of potential, but there's some things that I need to point out. Number one, so you recently posted a podcast. Now, the title of this podcast is Third Eye Mystic Podcast Number 1. Now, that doesn't tell me anything about what I'm going to watch. This is going to help you a lot. This is something that I struggled with, but I nipped it in the bud quick, and so I just want to help you with it. Now, the next thing I did was I went down to the description to find out what I was going to be learning about, only to find out this video is the first Third Eye Mystic podcast and contains some important stuff that everyone should know about. That is very generic, and that does not help me at all. You could have at least just taken some of the points and some of the few things that you talked about in the video and went into a little bit of detail. You see, I know you have your own business. I've seen your website, I've seen your Instagram, and those look really nice. I don't know where you're trying to funnel traffic. I don't know if you're trying to bring YouTube over to the Instagram, over to the website. But if you're wanting to do podcasts, I would definitely use Instagram to bring people over there. Kind of a vice versa thing, but in the end, do what thou will. Now, when it comes to YouTube, if you want to do YouTube videos, specifically these things, there's two things that you need to at least try to master. Number one, speaking. Number two, writing. Why writing? Because you're going to have descriptions, and because, writing and speaking go hand in hand. Now, I know I write a little bit differently than I speak. A lot of people do. A lot of people do the same. Either way. So the title and the description alone tells me nothing. Now, I'm not as harsh as most people. As I've seen on your channel, you have a 26 like to 131 dislike ratio. Now, I don't know why a bunch of people are hating on you. And, I don't like to compare YouTube channels. I say if you have a YouTube channel, don't be like, oh, this person's getting so much more viewers than me, this and that, Everyone has their ups and downs. I'd say the good thing about my channel is over the course of over almost 2 years now, I've only gotten one dislike, I don't really look at all those things in the factor of a YouTube channel, but for your case, Third Eye Mystic, if you're wanting to scale up, if you're wanting to bring people over to the Instagram, if you're wanting to bring people over to your website, these are some things that you need to be able to engage people. Because honestly, you also mentioned in the description that you said, I don't have time to monitor the commentary, so that is why nobody can comment. That's probably the only thing in the description that gives me an idea of what's going on and why it's going on. You let me know why the comments were disabled. There's nothing about the video. And so I had to actually watch the video, and a lot of it was a lot of murmur talking. I couldn't really understand, you know what I'm saying? And I'm an understanding person, but there's a lot of people out there not understanding, obviously because of the many dislikes you have. Now, you also say, I also don't know this Sweaty Chris, but I heard he likes to get wet and wild. Now, there's a few things in this video. See, a lot of people set themselves up for people to attack or for people to, we want the haters away, let's be honest. But also, we can use them so well. Now, when it comes to this, you're setting yourself up in this video, in my opinion, to look like, some people probably could think that you got on Craigslist and was like, somebody come and talk to me on a YouTube podcast. I'll give you beer. You're setting yourself up for that. And so I do want to mention also, I've seen your sigil video. I saw your other video where you were working on the journals. Those are really well put together. I really liked how in the sigil video, I could tell you were talking from experience. That was really great. Now, you're wanting to do this podcast thing, this relaxed, laid back, chill and talk thing. I usually recommend people not to start a channel like that until you're at least doing something. However, in this case, you already have a website. So here's what I'm trying to say. You know, have it, what am I saying? Make sure it has something to do with it. When you're so random, people don't know exactly what's going on with your channel. And as I said, your channel's got a lot of potential. You know, one of the big things is the name of the channel, you know, 3rdeyemystic. I could see a lot of people subscribing to that. And no, I'm not just saying just because the name, but rather than some pretty shitty names I've seen out there, you've got a good one. Now, it's hard to give this critique, but also it's very easy in the same way because I'm not too much of a new age channel type of person. You see, you and me, we're in the same boat because we're a little bit late to this. You see, when it comes to, you know, making it big in anything, you gotta get into it quick, you know. We're gonna go over this in the next video. We're gonna be talking about entrepreneurs and, you know, the people that try to get on bandwagons of things that have, you know, already been happening and going on for 12, 16 years. You know, the only people that are making it in certain, you know, schemes started in the beginning. And so 3rdeyemystic, you and me are kind of late on this one. And so we have to create something that kind of sets us apart. Now, I already see you set apart. I just want to see you go that way and not fall into the new age trap. And so I'm making this video to help out any other people who are wondering why they're not getting views or who are trying to pull in more traffic into their YouTube channel. You know, the name. I want to know what I'm going to be watching. I want to know what it kind of has to deal with. You want to develop a sense of curiosity in the individual while they're scrolling through YouTube, you know? And a lot of people don't realize it, but the description goes a long way. And I'm not just talking about like, oh, type in the description, it'll scale your video to pop up in more places on the YouTube algorithm. I'm not talking about that. I'm meaning like actual human connection. You know, people actually read that. I read descriptions. I like a good, well-written description, you know? Don't take that for granted. And I know a lot of people only do it just to get their video and tags popped everywhere, but you want to focus on that. You really want to develop a good audience. You don't want the same audience that has been disliking all of your videos, and it's just not good for you. So I tried to go lighthearted about this. I didn't want to shit talk. I've been kind of shit talking in the past couple videos, and the conspiracy theory video I made, which by the way, I don't know why it didn't occur to me. I didn't bring up a Call for an Uprisings channel. Now, I found a video of his that I'm going to go over again. You know, as I said, it's Virgo season, so there's going to probably be a lot of this critical, you know, picking apart of shit. Either way, though, there was one thing about that video that I didn't like. It was kind of mixed in with the self-mastery series, and so I'm thinking about splitting that off into another thing called People Suck, where I go over the types of mindsets that are handed to you whenever you adopt, you know, whenever you get sold onto any idea. And that's what I've tried to do in this channel, is sell an idea that actually helps you. One that actually creates the critical thinking skills within your mind. You know, question everything I say. Don't believe it. Try it. Go listen to people who are against me. You know, figure things out. If I just listen to one person nonstop, you know, I begin to think like that person. You know, you want to, if you're going to do that route, do it with somebody who's really making it. Do it with somebody, not that's just making it, but is making it in the exact same way that you want to. But don't copy them, okay? And so, as I said before, you know, the Wealth and Prosperity series was nothing but me soaking in complete self-development. As I said, the self-development, self-mastery circle is a very easy trap. And so I wanted to actually give some good critical advice on how you can make your channel more appealing. You know, your picture's fine. I like the logo. It looks really nice. Banner's fine, you know, but just it was really the last podcast that kind of threw everything off. And I see that you get a lot of dislikes, and, you know, I want your channel to do better. I want it to grow. And it's also why I made a video, because, you know, in the future, people will see this, and hopefully you take some of this advice or create some of your own. You help other people. And hopefully this video also helps you in getting viewers. And so if you are a viewer of mine who loves the New Age videos, who's into magic, who are into all these oogly boogly things, go check out 3rdeyemystic's channel. Tell her I said what's up. That's really all I have to say in this video. Love what you're doing. Love the journals you make. Either way, you all know what to do. You can click over here and watch my last video. And then you can click the logo and subscribe, and make sure that when you click that, you hit the bell so that you get these notifications. I usually only post once a week, but recently I've been making more videos, so it is getting frequent, so don't be alarmed, but still click the bell. Either way, I will for you all to prosper and have a great day.